Hello there, Delete DH here, back again with another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new leveling experience that you'll have in the pre-patch. I am no speedrunner, of course, but I have tried my best to see what would the average player will experience in leveling. I did this project over the course of the weekend. In total, it took me 9 hours and 15 minutes to ding level 50. That's really good. That's pretty damn fast. We had no Droughts of the Ten Lands for experience bonuses. I did start off with the Heritage Armor set for a while. Of course, being that there was no rested experience on this brand new character that I started, there was no way for me to take advantage of the new buffs from gaining and maintaining your rested experience. Because if you're not sure, the old heirloom gear no longer grants a flat XP boost. That is out of the game and it is gone. Anyway, we're going to travel through Exile's Reach. We'll reach Orgrimmar. We will then start leveling in WoD, and then we're going to swap to dungeon leveling while questing in BFA. I decided to do this as my path because if you were an old player coming back to the game, giving things a shot now, you would consider WoD to be the best destination to go. But starting to play through WoD, you'll start to realize that there are no bonus leveling zones anymore, and that experience has been nerfed down. So you may want to just jump into the new content from the latest expansion and try and get some of the new gear so you can start Shadowlands with your feet underground running. Now, in addition to this, we also decided to test out Breach's UI, which is a combination of LVI plus a bunch of custom weak auras that him and his team have generated. I felt the experience of using his weak auras was pretty fitting for learning a character. Now, I did a guide for Affliction Warlock, which is a class that I plan to play in Shadowlands, and decided that, well, I really don't know much, so why don't we see if this weak aura setup with this UI will help me play Warlock a little bit better. And I have to say, Breach paid attention to some things which were pretty important, which was maintaining your dots, showing on enemy nameplates the auras, as well as the time bars for all your debuffs that you were casting, which is great, because if you're paying attention to that, you'll begin to understand how long each of your dots lasts and when you need to re-up them. So, good job. Kudos to Breach. I highly recommend that you go ahead and take a look at his UI. Now, while testing, while still within Chromie time, in WoD, we decided let's go and switch to dungeons. As we swapped over to dungeons, my friends who used max level characters, fully geared, fully caught up, we noticed that because we're in WoD, because of Chromie time, they were phased down to our level, but they still had most of their player power, except some of their abilities were locked and some of their trinkets were not working. We're not sure what the issue is with the trinkets. It's not something that we were able to figure out. But as soon as we switched over to BFA content, everything worked perfectly fine. Their characters were powerful, and they were chunking down dungeon bosses. Just watch how quick Razan dies right now. Wasn't that awesome? Anyway, we were getting, at about this time, we were in our 20s, so we were getting about 2 levels per dungeon all the way through till about 34. At 34, things started slowing down, and it became about 1 dungeon per level, till we hit 40. When we hit 40, it started to become about 2 dungeons per level. Now, they didn't have all the free time in the world like I did, so I spent time doing both questing in BFA and dungeon grinding with them, flopping in between the two. All in all, when we finally did ding our lovely 50, our character had Azerite gear, had their Heart of Azerite, and after doing a brief stint in the intro zone to Najtar, we were able to unlock the Cloak questline. So, all in all, total time played on this character is 14 hours. 14 hours of in-game time to get caught up to current content from a fresh level 1 character. I've got to say, that's a fantastic leveling experience. Well done, Blizzard. Now, the only complaint that I have is that in previous leveling experiences, as you were doing the dungeon crawl, you would be getting rewards of a random item at the end of each dungeon, so you were keeping up with gearing on your character. That's no longer in place. It's not something that's necessary. It won't help facilitate your grind later on anyway, because you're going to be replacing the majority of this gear. So it's not bad that it's no longer in play. But, as I pointed out earlier in the video, those gray boots haunted me. I just barely replaced them when I dinged 50 because one of my friends happened to loot a pair of boots that guy could use at 50. Otherwise, I was stuck with a piece of gray gear from 1 to 50. How crazy is that? Still, overall, a job well done by Blizzard. And I'm very happy with this new leveling experience, and you should be too. So, if you haven't played in a while, and you're looking to see what things are like, go on, get back into the game, go level and all, go have some fun, and we'll see you in the Shadowlands. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below with any questions that you may have. I take time to answer every comment on my channel. Thank you very much, and remember, stay deleting.